So let's begin with the weapon that's been added back in this new update, and that is the Sporter 22. So initially I found 3 different magazine types for this gun, and the first one is this 10-round box magazine. We also have a 15-round magazine. And finally we have the 30-round mag. So let's take a look at some of the attachments that you can add to this. And the first one is actually the hunting scope. So in addition to the hunting scope, you can also throw on the improvised suppressor, which is made from a water bottle and tape. And finally, you can add the ghillie wrap. So a few things have been done relating to cooking and the indoor stove. And the first item that's actually been added is the lighter. So along with the lighter, they've also introduced the frying pan. Now the main change that's been added to the indoor stoves and the ovens is that you have direct cooking slots now. So basically what these do is allow you to attach frying pans or pots, as well as like meat or any other type of food really, directly onto the fire. So even in the stone fireplace, we have 3 cooking slots, and right here I can basically add like a pot, frying pan, and we can add like food as well. So it has more space than the indoor one. Alright, so another cool change they've added is you can actually interact with these indoor stoves now. So I just basically made the little campfire kit here, and you can go up to these and open them, and just simply place it inside. And grab your lighter, and then you can ignite it. So now you can go ahead and close this, and if you notice on the top here, you can actually attach food there. So you could throw a pan on there as well if you wanted, but I'm just going to throw this carp on here right now, and that'll cook just nicely. So as far as map changes go, they have added a ski resort, which is directly south of Tizzy, in the northwestern region. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the changes made to base raiding. So usually you'd be able to run up to a base and break it down, right? With like your hatchet or crowbar or whatever it might be. You can no longer do this. If you want to break down a base, you have a few ways you can actually do it. So the first thing you can do is use explosive damage to break down one of the walls. So that could be like grenades or maybe even landmines if you blow them up. Second thing you can do is use gunfire, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. And the third way you can damage walls is by hitting them. But I'm sure that takes a really long time, and I can't really sit here for like an hour trying to break down the wall. But I'll show you how long it takes with gunfire so you guys get a good idea. So I actually couldn't really tell a big difference between the wooden and metal walls in terms of how many bullets it took. It seemed like it took a similar amount, but obviously I won't know because I'm shooting in full like automatic, like no magazine, so I'm not too sure. But I will test it out with explosives now as well. Alright, so I've just spawned in 8 grenades. We're going to take them and throw them at this wall and see how many it would take before it starts taking damage. Maybe 8 grenades will actually be enough to break through it, so let's test this out. That's one right there. So far, no damage yet. Alright, so you can see here it's taking damage on the second grenade. So let's try the third one. Oh wow, so the third grenade pretty much took the wall off. It's actually pretty surprising. I thought it might take more. There you have it. So basically 3 grenades was enough to actually open the wall up and breach it. Four grenades just pretty much took the whole wall off. So let's test it out with metal and see if metal is much more effective at this. Also, I do want to state that they did say you could repair like damaged structures, so I should be able to repair this, but I've tried multiple tools and I haven't figured out how to do it. So what I did was just, I'm going to rebuild the wall and make it fresh. Alright, so here's the first grenade. Let's see how many it takes to get through a metal wall. That's one. No noticeable damage just yet. The top is damaged, okay. Check the back. Oh, it seems like the whole frame is damaged as well. Okay, so it seems pretty similar. Like 3 to 4 grenades pretty much gets through the metal. So I guess you can just build wood from my first experiments, but we'll have to test this out further, you know, once this goes live. Alright, so let's talk about the tents. So similar to walls, tents can also be destroyed, as I'm about to show you in a minute. And one thing you'll also notice is that they added different colors for the regular tent. So usually it's like light blue. We have a green version here, and we have like an orange and blue version here. So basically, on console, I believe there was an issue where people would block like passageways, doors, entrances to bases with tents, and you couldn't really do anything to them. But now you can simply break them. So I'm going to shoot this with Num 4, see how many bullets it takes to break it roughly. And that way we can get an... So there you go. It didn't take too long, but the tent's gone. And don't forget, you can also melee damage these. So let's try it out with the sledgehammer, see how many hits it takes before the tent breaks. Alright, there you have it. So it took about, I want to say 18 hits with a sledgehammer to break this completely. But you'd be able to access all the contents of the tent, and yeah, people can no longer like abuse these. Okay, so you can look at that. It actually opened up the front flap, and you can go in and access whatever's inside. So that actually does it as well. One thing to mention is that sea chests, barrels, and wooden crates can also be destroyed with gunfire or by you know, physical damage with like an axe, or by explosive damage. So if you put something in them and they get destroyed, according to the notes, everything inside will fall to the ground. But we're going to test that out right now. So the barrel's ruined, and you can see here the mag I had inside is actually on the ground, but it is ruined as well. Similar with the sea chest, I did put another magazine in the sea chest. You can see it is also on the ground. And similar here, I had a sporter magazine in here, and you can see it did fall out of the chest, but it is also ruined because I did use explosive damage. So these are the new canopy tents they added, and there's 4 color variants it looks like. So we have like a reddish, like brown color. And we also have a white one. This one I put the camo net on top of. So you can put camo nets on top of all of them. And we have this color here. It's like yellow and red. And we have a blue one. In terms of storage, we have 150 slot storage. And all of them as well. So one other change that I can't really show you guys is you can pull bodies out of vehicles, but I don't have anyone else to test this with right now since I'm in offline mode and I can't pull myself out of the vehicles, so can't really test that out. But you can apparently pull bodies out of vehicles to access their inventories now. So that covers most of the main changes in this 1.08 experimental update. If I did miss anything, please forgive me because I am trying my best. A lot of this stuff is kind of hard to figure out, such as like repairing the base. I haven't been able to figure that out yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out really soon. There's been so many fixes and smaller changes in this update that I haven't been able to cover them all, but I'm going to show you guys on screen right now the list of changes, and you can go ahead and read this on the website. I'll link this in the description for you guys as well. Before concluding the video, I just want to say that I'm not sure when this is going to release on console. It's not really even on PC stable branches yet, so it's just on experimental right now. So it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be a month for all I know, but hopefully it releases really soon. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll be streaming on Twitch in these next few days, so make sure you tune in. It's twitch.tv/Nizar1, and we're going to be building bases and stuff like that and raiding bases, so it'll be a fun time. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.